We're a little flustered here. There's been some great games today. The game just before ours went to overtime. It was Manti and Providence Hall played to a 62-60 thriller, with Manti being the victor in that ball game.
Right.
And that kind of has pushed us right along here. We'll do the starting lineups really quick. Do you have Grants?
I do. We got Mason Ward, Josh Jones, Alec Williams, Braden Schultz, and Cameron Upstead.
For the Dinos, it's going to be, there's a regular starting lineup: Jordan Vasquez, Riker Smith, Brady Gagan, Derek Hill, and Colin Lewis at the center for the Dinos. Those are your starting lineups. We'll take we won't take a 30-second break because they're just jumping right in. So we'll just stay here for the opening tip, brought to you by Edgy Bling and Labor Finders. Edgy Bling carries the latest fashions for guys and gals. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram for their weekly deals. And for Labor Finders, if you're looking for an employee, Labor Finders will save you time and money. Call them at 637-1782. So Dinos win the opening tip, and they'll have the first possession of the ball game as they're going to our left in their black uniforms trimmed in blue. Red Devils are the home team tonight. They'll be in the white jerseys trimmed in red and black. It's Riker Smith with the basketball. He passes it to Colin Lewis. Will take a three-point shot. In and out, tough break, but there for the offensive rebounds. Momentarily, it's Hillam, but he has it poked away and stolen by Hoppenstead for Grand, and now Grand will have their first possession.
Yeah, I like the shot by Colin Lewis. I thought it was a good shot, and keep fighting for those rebounds.
And going to the hoop and taking the harm and the foul, Alec Williams, number 20. He's able to dribble, penetrate into the lane, and or are they not giving him the foul? The shot. They're not going to give him the shot. They're going to say it was before the shot. And as Riker Smith picks up the foul, the first team foul for the Dinos. It's Jones passing it in. He'll get it into Hoppenstead at the top of the key. He'll take a deep three-point shot. Can't get it to go. And fighting for the rebound, Vasquez and Williams. And it's going to go off Vasquez last of the Dinos, so it'll be Grand basketball still. They'll have it on the baseline out of bounds. No score yet. Just under a minute gone by here in the first quarter. First quarter scoreboard tonight brought to you by Cyril Save-On Propane. It's Grand with the basketball. It's Schultz. Now to Ward, who's going to take a deep three-point shot. Ill-advised as he misses everything. That goes out of bounds and will be Dino basketball. Grand looking to set up in a 2-1-1-1. That's 3 ones, right?
Yeah, 3 ones.
Full court press. See how the Dinos deal with this as Smith has the basketball, and he's quickly fouled by Mason Ward, number 2 for Grand. That's his first and the team's first. Dinos will have it sideline out of bounds. Again, they're going to the basket to our left, Grand to our right. They'll inbound it right in front of the scorer's table opposite us. And it's to Smith. Smith passes it far wing to Gagan, who's looking for a screen from Lewis. He gets one. And then we have an offensive foul call here. As apparently Collins' screen was a little too hard. He must have moved with it just a tiny bit, and he picks up the offensive foul and the turnover for the Dinos. Now Grand with the basketball here as it's Williams. He'll pull up for a three-pointer and nail it and get the first bucket of the ball game for either team. 3-0 is our score as Grand takes the early three-point lead. Now Hillen with the basketball on the other end for the Dinos. He gets it to Lewis in the far corner. He'll take a three-point shot trying to get it back and can't get it to go. Rebound off to Ward. And he'll look to push the tempo here as he goes to the basket. And nice defense there by Smith, though, to block the shot. And now they're going the other way. It's Gagan with the basketball. He's 1-on-4. He's going to have to pull it back out, and wisely does. Now to Vasquez in the corner to Hillen. Hillen looks for Smith up at the half court, and he'll look to reset the offense and get things going here for the Dinos, looking for their first basket of the ball game. Down low, Gagan with a nice backdoor cut, gets the layup to go, and Dinos pull back within 1. 3-2 is our score on that Cyril Save-On Propane scoreboard. 2 minutes gone by here in the first quarter of play.
Yeah, I like the ball passing around, and nice feed to Ryan Gagan.
Yeah, it was great ball movement on the other end. That's Schultz tries to take a shot and misses, and goes out of bounds. Dino basketball. Vasquez has it on the inbounds. He'll pass it back to Smith. Has it go through his hands and out of bounds. He took his eyes off it for just a minute and loses the basketball. If you're watching on ETV, there's the replay of the Gagan shot. Nice backdoor cut there and a nice pass, too, to get the ball to him.
It was a nice cut.
Now it's Ward with the basketball. He gets it to Jones. Jones dribbles to his left, kicks it back out to Schultz, who'll take the three-point shot off the rim. Can't get it to go. Fighting for the rebounds, Hillen, but he loses it. It's Ward with the putback. He misses, gets his own rebound back and puts it back up and in. Mason Ward with the bucket. 5-2 now is our score. Grand with the 3-point lead. Smith with the basketball as the Dinos break the full court press. Now to Hillam, back to Vasquez. He'll take a 3-point shot and just misses short, but there's Smith with the rebound. He tries to go right back up with it and has it swatted away by Hoppenstedt. Nice defense there by the big man for Grand.
Yeah, nice. I mean, when you drive in, you got to drive in strong. You can't weak.
5-2 our score on that Cyril Save-On Propane scoreboard as Gagan has the basketball. He gives it to Vasquez. Now to Smith. In the high post to Lewis. He'll take the 15-foot jumper, can't get it to go. And it's going to go off Hillam last as he fights with Hoppenstedt for the rebound, and it'll be Grand basketball. Decent looks. Dinos are getting some good looks. They just can't get them to go down.
Right, they are getting decent looks. They need to fight on those rebounds more.
Caleb Nelson's going to check into the ball game for the Dinos as Colin Lewis will take a seat. And it's Williams with the basketball. He pump fakes around Hillam, gets to the basket, misses, but then there's Schultz with the rebound and the putback, and it's 7-2 now, and Grand doing a good job of getting those second chance opportunities off offensive rebounds.
They are doing a good job on that.
Down low, oh, he had Gagan wide open, just overthrew him a bit as Dinos were looking to break that press. And that's another turnover for the Dinos, who are having a hard time getting going here in this first quarter of play. It's down 7-2, 4 minutes and 45 seconds left to go in this first quarter. That first quarter scoreboard, once again, brought to you by the good folks over at Cyril Save-On Propane.
Yeah, Amber's a nice lady.
Here's Schultz with the basketball. He's able to get to into the lane and get the layup to go. And now 9-2 is our score as Grand continues to get some easy buckets down low. Dinos with the basketball. Smith will take a 3-point shot. Riker Smith with a timely 3-pointer. The Dinos really needed that shot to go in. And it's a good start for him. 9-5 now is the score. Dinos down 4. Here's Williams with the basketball. He tries to make a move in the paint, and he's going to be fouled on the body. And looking at that replay again, Smith wide open, good form on the 3-point shot, gets it to go. And now for his efforts, he's going to get to sit down as Ty Anderson checks into the ball game, and Riker Smith will get a breather here.
Yeah, Dinos have been playing pretty good on that offensive side, looking for the open shots. They just need to stop Grand in those second chances.
Here's Jones with the basketball. He passes it off to Hoppenstedt, who makes his move on Nelson, and not a whole lot Nelson could do. There's Hoppenstedt with a nice move to the basket. Gets the layup to go. 11-5 now. That lead back to 6 for Grand. As Ty Anderson brings the ball into the front court for the Dinos. He'll pass it near wing to Gagan, down in the corner to Nelson. Back to Gagan, back to Anderson. He'll swing it around to Hillam, back to Anderson. Dinos just playing catch around the perimeter. Looking to the high post to Hillam, can't get it to him. Now he'll kick it back out over to Anderson in the far corner. To Nelson, back to Hillam. He'll make one move to his right, cut back to his left. Has it momentarily stripped away, but then gets it back and then has a shot blocked as he goes up for it. A good look, just better defense there by Grant. Now we're going the other way as we're playing fast here. Williams with the 3-pointer on the transition, can't get it to go. And Ty Anderson skies up to get the rebound for the Dinos. Now he'll slow things down just a tiny bit.
Yeah, slow it down. Make sure you find that open shot.
Here's Nelson with the basketball. Gets it near wing to Anderson. Now on the baseline to Hillam. He misses, and it's into the hands of, that's Jones for Grant. He'll quickly go the other way. And there was a pass near steal as the ball was intended for Jones down low, and then both Williams and Vasquez bump into each other, play little bumper cars, and the ball goes out of bounds. Will stay Grand basketball.
Yeah, both Jordan Vasquez and the Grand player was hustling for the ball and just collided.
Grand with the basketball still. It's Williams now to Ward. Ward looks to make a move on Anderson. He gets by him just momentarily, but misses the layup. Gets his own rebound, though, and we'll bring it back out, and Grand will reset things here. Williams directing traffic here. He wants a nice, gets the ball down the Hoppenstedt. He has it deflected away. Nice read there by both Anderson and Nelson to get the steal.
Yeah, good defense on that possession.
Now Anderson will bring it across the timeline and get things set up for the Dinos as he passes it far wing to Vasquez. He gets a screen from Hillam, roll, but good defense there by Grant. Now it's in the hands of Anderson. Back to Hillam. Over to Gagan. He'll take a 3-pointer from the wing, and that's good. Ryan Gagan gets his scoring going as he makes a big 3-pointer there. Actually, he's already scored. That's his 5th point.
Right.
And the Dinos now within 3. 11-8 our score on that Cyril Save-On Propane scoreboard. 2 minutes left here in the first quarter of play. On the backside, oh man, they had an alley-oop set up nicely there for Schultz. He misses the layup and then fouls Gagan as Gagan got the rebound. But Dinos luck out on that one. They nearly gave up that backdoor cut.
Yeah, that was nice defense on the oop, and that's how you cover it. Schultz can jump.
And Schultz, he'll check out of the ball game. Coming in for him is Tyson Horton, number 14.
From what I understand, that Schultz kid has some hops.
Yeah, he got up there pretty well. Here's a near steal as Gagan gets the basketball. Then he has it poked away as he tries to get it to Hillman. And now on the other end is Jones with the basketball. He'll go 1-on-3 and miss the layup. Gagan hustles back to get the rebound, and now Vasquez with it. And again, Dinos will look to settle things down as he now passes it back to Anderson. And they'll set up play 4 from Coach Kyle Wilson.
Yeah, just keep on moving the ball and wait for that open shot.
Vasquez gets it to Hillman. He'll try to make a move, passes it to Nelson on the baseline. He'll take a little 10-foot jumper and gets it to go. Caleb Nelson off the bench scoring for the Dinos. And it's now 11-10 is our score. The Dinos slowly clawing their way back into this ball game, only down 1.
Are.
Hoppenstead was up for a 3-point shot, can't get it to go. Hillman on the ground trying to fight for that rebound. Now Gagan, and he gets it off to Vasquez. Nice hustle there by the Dinos, and they get the basketball with a minute left here in this first quarter, down 1.
They're doing a better job of boxing out.
Here's Hill now. He'll dribble to his left on the baseline, tries to get it to Gagan in the far corner, does so. Now up to Anderson. He'll back out to midcourt and reset the offense here. 45 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Ooh, nearly has the pass stolen, but gets it to Gagan. Now they have it stolen. Careless passing, and it's Jones. He'll go up for the layup and puts it in. Jones with the steal and the layup on the other end, and then Grand now with the 3-point lead. 13-10 is our score. 30 seconds left here in this first quarter, and Dinos will look to play for the last shot. And that's first quarter scoreboard brought to you by Serial Save on Propane, where they're always trying to save you money from the smallest propane tanks to the largest. They are looking out for your dollar. Go see Amber for your barbecue tanks, trailer tanks, or the propane for your home. Serial Save on Propane, 1641 East, 1000 South in Price. Just under 10 seconds left. They'll make a move as Vasquez passes it to Gagan. Now to Nelson. Now in the corner of the Vasquez, he'll take a 3-point shot at the buzzer. Good if it goes, can't get it to go. Tough break, and there's Hoppenstead with the rebound. And that'll do it for your first quarter of play. A wild and woolly first quarter is Grand clings on to a 3-point lead. 13-10 is our score. We'll take a 60-second break and come back with second quarter action here on ETV Channel 10 and FM 100.
From Delicate Arch to Flaming Gorge, the capital city and round St. George.
At Big O Tires, we shop our competition daily, so we can guarantee you the lowest price on every tire every day.
That's right. We guarantee the lowest price on every tire every day.
Great stores statewide, wherever you go, we got you covered at Big O.
Are you tired of having to spend more time in the dental office than necessary? Why not minimize that by having your crown completed in a single visit? At Dr. Brett Lowe's office in Price, the highly trained team can fabricate porcelain crowns and other restorations in as little as 60 to 90 minutes with no impressions or temporary crowns. Most dental insurance plans are accepted. Call 637-2929 today to schedule your appointment.
Grand will have the basketball here to start the second quarter of play. And they have the 13-10 lead on that second quarter scoreboard, which is brought to you tonight by Dr. Hillstead. Go see Dr. Blake Hillstead at Castle Country Orthodontics. He's creating beautiful smiles one person at a time, offering high-quality orthodontic and Invisalign treatment for children, teens, and adults. Call him at 637-2222 for a free consultation. Schultz is back into the ball game for Grand, and he'll pull it for 15 and get the jumper to go. And now Grand with the 15-10 lead on that Dr. Hillstead scoreboard. It's Park, Schultz, Hoppenstead, Horton, and Williams on the court for Grand. On the Dino side of things, it's Anderson, Hillam, Vasquez, Caleb Nelson, and Gagan. And going to the basket and getting fouled on his way in there is Ty Anderson. That's something the Dinos need from him, is when he attacks the basket, usually good things happen.
Right, he has that quick first step. And that's what Carmen didn't do all that much in that first quarter, was attack the basket.
First free throw by Anderson is up and no good. He'll have one more, and I agree. That was one of our keys of the game. They got to attack the basket, and I don't know if it's just the height and length of Grand that's kind of making them timid, or just the or what it is, but they've been afraid to get down there. Second free throw by Anderson is good, and so he splits 2, and it's 15-11 now. Williams will pull up for a three-point shot and can't get it to go. Anderson on the backside with the rebound. He'll dribble out of trouble and bring it across the timeline. Dribbles with his left hand, now switches to the right and goes right, fakes right, goes left to Vasquez. Now to Hillam, down on the baseline to Nelson, back up to Hillam. Hillam gets a screen from Gagan. Now passes it out to Anderson. He attacks the basket, goes up with it, leaves the layup short, unfortunately. Good defense there by Grand, making the shot tough. Williams has it now. Now he'll dump it down to Park, who will pull up from 8, can't get it to go. And Vasquez with the rebound for the Dinos. He'll get into the hands of Anderson, who will bring it up for the Dinos. And they're going to go with their motion offense here. As Gagan now has it. He gets a screen from Nelson. Nowhere to go with it. Now passes it out to Hillam, to Anderson. Hillam sets a screen. Anderson uses it. Now passes it back to Hillam. Hillam pulls out for a second, tries to make a move on Hoppenstead. Good defense there by Hoppenstead. And he has to pass it back up to the midcourt to Anderson. Now to Vasquez. Dinos being patient on this offensive possession. Vasquez goes to the lane. He'll pull up. Can't get the floater to go. In fact, he misses everything. And it's off to Williams for Grant. He's going to try to go on the fast break. Thought he had someone behind him, trying to be fancy with the pass. No one there, but luckily Schultz picks it up for him. And Grand will retain possession here as Park passes it to Hoppenstead. It's guarded by Nelson. He'll make a move to his right, go up with it, and get the finish at the basket. It's Cameron Hoppenstead getting a bucket, and that lead back up to 6. 17-11 is our score. Grand with the 6-point lead on that Dr. Hillstead second quarter scoreboard. Just over 2 minutes have gone by here in the second quarter as the Dinos move the ball around the perimeter. It's in the hands of Anderson right now. He'll cross court the pass to Gagan. He'll pull it from 3 and nearly gets it to go. Can't get it to roll, and Schultz there with the rebound. Grand doing a good job of limiting the Dinos to one shot.
They are, and Carbon, I like what they do when they slowly set up and wait for the open shot. They don't do good on those quick shots.
And Helm with some good defense there on Williams, and the Dinos get the ball back. As Anderson has the basketball, he gets it to Vasquez. Dinos just need to be careful with their passes here and not turn the ball over.
Yeah.
Just as I say that, it's a tricky entry pass to the post. Hilm somehow ends up with it and somehow gets his shot off and gets it to go. Derek Hilm gets on the scoreboard with another bucket. Or no, that's his first bucket. I'm looking at the wrong side. I'm all turned around. 17-13 is the score. I'm not turned around on that. Now it's Grant with the ball. Hoppenstead down low. Gets the bucket to go and gets the foul as Hilm trying to block the shot, catches him on the arm. Hoppenstead will have a chance to complete a three-point play after making the layup. And the Dinos trail now 19-13 on that Dr. Hillstead scoreboard.
Yeah, that was good defense by Derek Hillam. Not much he can do there except go for the ball.
Mason Ward will check in for Grand. He'll take the place of Alec Williams as Hoppenstead gets ready to shoot the free throw. And he misses. Can't complete the three-point play, and Hillam there with the rebound. Checking into the ball game for the Dinos, Colin Lewis came in, Caleb Nelson sat down. And now it's Gagan with the basketball. He gets a screen from Lewis. He'll dribble to his left, try to go to the basket hard. He gets fouled as he tried to take on 3 Grand Red Devils there. We'll see who they give the foul to. I think they're going to give it to Tyson Horton. And that'll send Ryan Gagan to the free throw line to shoot 2 for the Dinos, as you see here on the replay. Just on the backside there, Horton gets him.
I'd like to thank Micah for all the replays over here. He's
I'd
doing a good job.
like to thank him for finally giving us a screen again, trusting us with that. So first free throw by Gagan is good. He'll have one more. 19-14 is our score. 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. And second quarter scoreboard brought to you by Dr. Hillstead. Second free throw by Gagan is up. Off the back of the iron and bounces around, no good. Schultz with the rebound for Grand. He gets it off the Park and he'll dribble into the front court. No one stops the ball and he's able to get to the lane and misses the layup. Rebound there by Teddy Park. And that gives Grand another possession. A three-point shot missed by Ward. And now Ty Anderson with the basketball. And he'll settle things down here.
Yeah, Grand bailed them out there on weak defense, you know. They need to play better defense.
Here's Anderson with the basketball. He'll dribble to his left, passes out to Lewis. Now to Riker Smith, who's back in the ball game. To Vasquez, he'll dribble into the lane. He'll go up hard with it. And gets fouled on his way up. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Dino's starting to be a little more aggressive in attacking the basket. I just don't like them fading away as they're attacking the basket. Just keep going strong at them.
Right, and you'll either draw a foul or make the basket.
Something has to happen.
Something has to happen.
They have to make a call. So Vasquez will go to the free throw line. He'll shoot 2. His first free throw up and good. He'll have 1 more. Second quarter scoreboard, again, brought to you by Dr. Hillstead tonight. And go see Dr. Blake Hillstead at Castle Country Orthodontics. He's creating beautiful smiles one person at a time. Call him at 637-2222. And second free throw missed by Vasquez. Now Grand with the basketball as it's Schultz. He's guarded by Lewis. And then we got a foul as Schultz makes his move into the paint. It's going to go against Vasquez. Jordan Vasquez picking up 35. I can't see 35 or 23 on fingers apparently from this far up.
35 is Colin Lewis.
Colin Lewis picks up his second. I need some glasses apparently. Park gets the inbound pass and nails the 3-point shot off the inbound. 22-15 is our score. Grand with the 7-point lead. And Dinos with the basketball. Riker Smith has it. He'll pass it back to Anderson, who set up at midcourt. Now back to Smith. Top of the key to Lewis. Back to Anderson, who thinks about a 3, doesn't take it. Instead passes it to Gagan. Gagan head fakes, tries to pass it back out, and has the ball deflected and stolen by Park. He looks to get it ahead to Ward, and then Smith for the Dinos gets back and is able to steal that basketball. Now Anderson with the basketball.
Nice defense by Riker Smith. They just need to slow down and wait for the open shot.
Here's Gagan with it. He gets it to Vasquez. Back to Gagan. He'll take a deep 3-point shot. Can't get it to go. And Schultz for Grand skies for the rebound. And then he'll clear it to Park. Kevin Park with the basketball. He passes it to Teddy Park, who's into the ball game for Grand. Now out to Horton. Gets a screen from Park. Now back out to Kevin Park. Dribbles into the lane and has the ball stripped, but they're going to call a foul here on the Dinos. As
Jordan.
Yeah, I think Jordan Vasquez is going to pick up the foul on the reach in. Just his first personal. 6th team foul for the Dinos. They're out of fouls here. And we got a line change for Grand. Just checking back into the ball game is Hoppenstead and Alec Williams and Josh Jones. Now here's Schultz with the basketball on the inbound play. The Williams on the far wing to Hoppenstead in the corner. He's guarded by Lewis. Gets around Lewis, but steps out of bounds on his way to the basket. And Hoppenstead thought he was pushed out of bounds, and the ref says, no, you just stepped out of bounds. Good defense there by Colin.
Yeah, that was good defense by Colin Lewis, guarding that baseline, not letting him have an inch.
Now it's the Dinos with the basketball. Vasquez will bring it across the timeline for the Dinos. He'll dribble with his left hand and pass it off to Gagan. Gagan looking for a screen from Lewis and gets it. Now to Caleb Nelson, who's back into the ball game for the Dinos. To Vasquez, to Lewis, to Smith. Gets a screen from Lewis, now pass it to Nelson. Gagan with it. Back to Nelson, to Lewis, to Smith. Dinos on the perimeter here, can't get into the lane. Gagan now tries to dribble to his left into the lane. Goes up strong, gets fouled on his way up there. He'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2 here. As it's Mason Ward going to pick up the foul for Grand. His second, the team's 6th foul, excuse me.
Yeah, that was nice. Ryan Gagan to wait till the lane opened and then attacked it.
First free throw up by Gagan is good. He'll have 1 more. 22-16 is our score. Just under 2 minutes left here in the second quarter. That second quarter scoreboard brought to you by Dr. Hillstead at Castle Country Orthodontics. Second free throw up, and they're going to say no good as Dino player entered the lane too quickly there. Was his foot on the line? Gagan's foot was on the line, so no good. So it's still 22-16, a 6-point lead here for Grand. As Schultz has the basketball, he likes to make a move on. Wow, nice up and under. He's stunned there. As Lewis played some good defense, just an even better shot by Schultz.
Yeah, good defense on Colin Lewis. Just what a pretty shot by Schultz.
Here's Smith. He'll take the 3-point shot. He's open, can't get it to go. And Hoppenstead with the rebound. He quickly clears it to Ward. Now to Jones, back to Ward on the fast break. They can't get the layup to go, and the Dinos luck out there. Now it's Vasquez with the basketball. He gets it to Smith, and now the Dinos will look to set something up here with 1:15 left to go in the second quarter and trailing by 8 points. Vasquez, hard, tricky pass there. As there really wasn't a passing lane to get it to Gagan, but Smith still tried to force it in there. And it's just a good read defensively there by Williams. Unfortunately, Williams gets called for the foul there, and will send Ryan Gagan to the free throw line as Grand is in the penalty. That's their 7th team foul. We have front end of the 1-and-1 here. First free throw is good, and Gagan will have one more. 24-17 is our score. As Ty Anderson checks back into the ballgame for the Dinos, and Riker Smith will have a seat. Gagan at the free throw line will take his second foul shot, and he makes it. He's able to make both free throws. 24-18 is our score. Grant with the 6-point lead, and 1 minute left here in the fourth quarter. Williams passes it to Ward in the corner. He'll take the 3-point shot. It's short, and there's Anderson with the rebound. He'll look to try to get a fast break going, but Wisely pulls it back out as it was a 1-on-3 fast break. And
that was a wise decision.
Very wise. He now gets it to Vasquez. Looking for a cutter, no one there. To Lewis, back to Vasquez. Now to Anderson here near side. To Caleb Nelson, back up to Anderson. Anderson fakes right, goes left, nowhere to go. Good defense there by Ward. Now down low to Nelson. In the corner to Gagan for 3, can't get it to go. And Schultz on the backside gets the rebound. And with under 30 seconds left, we'll see if Grant tries to play for the last shot here. As Williams at the basketball, he pulls it out and he calls for one shot here. Dinos will sit back defensively and wait for Grand as Williams yo-yos it. Now it's to Ward. He'll pull it from 15 and can't get it to go, but Schultz there with the rebound, can't get his tip in to go.
Oh.
Gagan, not realizing how much time was left, thought he had only a second to throw that up and tried to take it from half court. And there was 7 or 8 seconds left on the clock, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That's the way that this first quarter has gone for the Dinos.
Yeah, this first half.
Or this first half, yeah. Now with 2 seconds left, here's Williams. He's able to scoop by all Dino defenders and luckily misses the layup. If you're a Dino fan, if you're a Grand fan, you can't believe that didn't go in.
No.
Either way, Grand has the 6-point advantage at the half. 24-18 is our score. We'll take a 2-minute break here and come back with the Sutherland's halftime report on ETV Channel 10 and FM 100.
The Crump-Reese family of dealerships in Moab offers both Ford and General Motors vehicles. With 2 locations on South Main Street in Moab, looking for a new or used Ford or Chevy has never been easier. Whether you're hitting the trails in Moab or just dropping off the kids at school, Crump-Reese has the vehicle you need to get you from point A to point B with a little adventure in between.
Serving the 3-county area, Desert View Federal Credit Union is large enough to offer big credit union services while still putting a name with a face. With competitive loan rates, commercial and personal loans, online banking, 24-hour ATM, plus much more, Desert View and its members make decisions that directly benefit the local community. With a branch in Huntington and Farron, Desert View is your partner in your financial future.
Getting injured is nothing to celebrate, but getting back in the game is. Dr. Clinton Lordson and his team at Castleview Family Medicine will work to get you back in the game through diagnosis, treatment, and prevention. We'll get you back to the field and keep you there. When you have a sports-related injury, think Dr. Clinton Lordson at Castleview Family Medicine.
Hi, I'm Dr. Clinton Lordson, and at Castleview Family Medicine, your health is our goal.
Castleview Family Medicine is located at 945 West Hospital Drive, Suite 8.
With hundreds of vehicles to choose from, Auto Farms Price Auto Group is Castle Country's premier location for new and used Ford, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram vehicles. With skilled auto enthusiasts helping you every step of the way, Auto Farm can get you into the car or truck of your dreams with financing on site. Whether it's a lifted-up Ford, Dodge, or Jeep, or a more fuel-efficient everyday driver, Auto Farms Price Auto Group has or can find exactly what you need. Come see our selection at 354 South Highway 55 in Price.
Have a home improvement project? Don't go over the hill. Stop by Magnuson Lumber in Castledale for the tools and expertise you need. Whether it's a new coat of paint in the living room or building your dream home, Magnuson has the supplies you need to get the job done. Our friendly, well-trained staff will help you with any project, and we'll deliver to both Emery and Carbon counties. Visit Magnuson Lumber at 495 East Main in Castledale.
With made-to-go deli items, including its world-famous pizza, locally owned and operated BK Stop and Shop in Huntington serves the community with a smile. BK's has long been a gathering place for locals and travelers alike, offering the most basic of snacks to a delicious plate of shrimp. Fill up your vehicle with at least 10 gallons of Sinclair fuel and get a stamp on BK's frequent fueler card toward a free pizza. BK's also offers a catering service for your company party or town festival. BK's is located at 506 Main Street in Huntington.
At Emery Telcom, we work hard to give our community the best value in TV, internet, and phone. But the big network conglomerates we have to pay for TV content don't share our community values. They rig the game in Washington and monopolize the market. Every year, they demand higher and higher fees and force us to pay for channels few people watch. We hope you'll understand. We're doing our best to fight these fees and keep your rates low.
Your young athlete is one of a kind, and you should know you're their biggest fan. So when they have a sports injury, don't stay on the sidelines. Take an active role in getting them back in the game. Choose High Desert Orthopedics and Sports Medicine to get your athlete back in the game. Dr. Kelly Jensen is a board-certified orthopedic surgeon who excels in his field so you can excel on yours.
Hi, I'm orthopedic surgeon Dr. Kelly Jensen. From diagnosis to rehabilitation, let our team at High Desert Orthopedics and Sports Medicine provide you with the care you need to get back in the game.
High Desert Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is located at 280 North Hospital Drive, Suite 3.
With 2 locations to serve you, J&D Automotive in Castledale and Green River deliver authentic Napa auto parts with a local smile. Whether it's tires, fluids, tune-ups, or a complete engine diagnostic, J&D Automotive offers complete repair of domestic and foreign cars and light trucks. And with ASC certified and trained technicians, you can drive easy knowing your car will get you and your family down the road safely.
Our team works hard to shape the quality of life wherever we live and work. These values allow our team to be the go-to source for rural entities.
The men and women of Nielsen Construction pride themselves in taking care of their customers wherever and whenever they are needed. They provide service in the fields of heavy excavation, road construction, concrete operations, crane operations, welding, and much more. Their trucking division provides coal service hauling for area coal mines, and their fleet of heavy hauling transports provides oversized load transportation for a long list of customers who need material delivered safely and on time. Nielsen Construction is locally owned and a proud supporter of the athletic departments in Carbon, Emory, and Grand County. No matter the size of the project, Nielsen Construction has the experience, equipment, and manpower to get the job done.
Not the most effective first possession if you're a Dino fan.
No, we talked about that. One of the keys to the game, make sure that pass is there.
The Dinos need to take care of their passes. As Gagan now has it, he gets it off to Hillam. Hillam will try to make a move to the bucket and can't get it to go. Hoppenstead with some good defense. And now Ward with the basketball. Now to Hoppenstead, who's guarded by Lewis. Nowhere to go and passes it to Williams. Back to Hoppenstead. Tries to make a move, poked away by Lewis. Now up top to Ward for a three-point shot. Leaves it just short. There's Lewis with the rebound. Dinos look to move quickly. No, they're going to settle things down to Smith with the basketball. He'll look to set up the offense, get things going for the Dinos as Vasquez has it now. Looking for a screen from Hillam. Now to Lewis, in the corner to Smith. Dinos going to our right here in the second half. As Gagan with it, he'll dribble with his left hand. You can go up with it, has it poked away, and out of bounds, it'll stay Dino basketball. Nice take by Gagan, just had it poked away.
Yeah, I like that, attacking the basket.
Dinos with a little picket fence on the inbound here as Vasquez looks to inbound it, gets it to Smith. And now to Gagan on the far wing. He'll get a screen from Hillam and doesn't get it to him. Lewis will take the three-point shot. He'll miss, and there's Williams with the basketball for Grant. He quickly pushes it ahead to Jones. Has nowhere to go. Vasquez with the recovery on defense. Hoppenstead pulls up from just beyond the free throw line and gets the jumper to go. 26-18 now is our score. 8-point lead now for Grand is a he'll look to push the effort here and nearly gets it to go as He's sandwiched by both Smith and Lewis. They go to the free throw line to shoot 2 on the layup attempt.
Yeah, he split the lane between Lewis and had a layup, and then Lewis went up for it and hit his hand.
We're going to have a 30-second timeout taken by the Dinos. We'll do the same. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on ETV Channel 10 and FM 100.
We will sell you a car.
We'll finance your car.
And we'll maintain your car.
Come down to Tony Basso GM at 1355 South Carbon Avenue for Eastern Utah's largest selection of new and used vehicles.
Where everybody gets a great deal. Everybody gets a great deal.
Coming out of the timeout, it'll be Mason Ward shooting free throws. On the court for the Dinos, they go with their starters here to start the second half. It's Hill and Vasquez, Lewis, Gagan, and Smith. And for Grand, they also come back out with their starters as it's Ward, Jones, Williams, Schultz, and Hoppenstead. Williams makes the first free throw and then makes the second one. He makes both and gives Grand the 10-point lead. 28-18 is our score. Nearly 2 minutes gone by here in the third quarter of play. Dinos still looking for their first points here in the second half as Lewis with the basketball. He gets it to Smith on the far wing. Smith looking for somebody, now gets it to Hillam, to Smith, to Gagan. And then he'll pull it back out and try to get to Smith. Back at the top of the key to Lewis. Dinos just with the ball on the perimeter now to Gagan here on this near wing. High post to Hillam. He'll take the 15-foot jumper and gets it to go. Good ball movement, good patience, and it culminates in a 15-foot jumper for Hillam.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
sorry.
Go
nice
ahead.
Shot, nice shot by Hillam.
Here's Ward back in the lane. He can't get it to go, but Hoppenstead cleans up the miss and puts it back up and in and gets that lead back up to 10. 30-20 is our score here on that third quarter scoreboard, brought to you by Price Pediatric Dental. Smith at midcourt will yo-yo the dribble belt high and pass it off to Hillam. Hillam now dribbles to his right, has nowhere to go, gets it to Vasquez, who will pull it for a three-point shot. In and out, tough break. Hoppenstead there with the rebound. He gets it to Williams, and Williams looks to move it up the court. Hoppenstead will pull it for a three-pointer, can't get it to go, and the ball's poked around and eventually picked up by Vasquez. He'll bring it across half court for the Dinos. Now to Hillam. Hillam looking to make a move on Hoppenstead, who's playing good defense on him so far. Nice little turnaround move and a pull-up jumper in the lane for Hillam. He's starting to get things going. 30-22 is our score. Dinos trail by 8. Williams now has it. He gets a screen from Hoppenstead. He'll pull up for an 18-foot jumper and gets the lucky bounce to go. And that lead back up to 10 as we just trade baskets back and forth here. 32-22 is the score. 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Gagan has the basketball. He'll get it to Vasquez. Vasquez gets a screen from Hillam. Now he'll pass it to Lewis, who will pull it for a three-point shot. Can't get it to go. Hillam nearly gets the offensive rebound, has it poked away and out of bounds. It'll stay Dino basketball, and we'll have a couple of substitutions here as Smith and Lewis will take a seat for the Dinos. Nelson and Anderson back into the ball game here. And Gagan will look to inbound the basketball.
Yeah, I mean, they're getting wide open looks. Lewis was open there on the three-point line. That's what we needed, attacking the basket.
Gagan attacks the basket just as you say that, and he gets fouled for his efforts. Go to the free throw line to shoot 2 as he is fouled on the shot. Both Hoppenstedt and Schultz there on the play. They get the foul to Schultz on the backside, his second. First team foul of the second half for Grand, and Gagan will calmly knock down the first free throw. He'll have one more. 32-23 now is our score as Gagan, the first Dino in double figures. He has 10 points. Second free throw up and no good, and Williams there with the rebound for Grand. He'll bring it across the timeline and be guarded by Hillam. Kick it out to Ward. He'll take a three-pointer from the corner, can't get it to go, but Hoppenstead gets the offensive rebound. Now to Ward, who will pull up, and he'll be fouled on or that's Jones, excuse me. Jones is fouled on the jump shot. He'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. And you see who they get the foul to on that one, my friend?
It was Derek?
No, they gave it to Vasquez.
With the body?
Gave it to Vasquez with the body. He sends him to the free throw line. Jones with the first free throw. Up and good. He'll have one more. That's the second foul on Jordan Vasquez. Second team foul for the Dinos. Third quarter scoreboard brought to you by Price Pediatric Dental. Doctors Markham and Lund will take care of your kids from first tooth to teenager. Quality dentistry and affordable prices. You can find them at 4th East by the college. Second free throw also good, and Grand lead is up to 11 now. 34-23 is the score as Hillam will pull up from the baseline. He's finally getting into a rhythm for the Dinos. That's another bucket, and now the Dinos down 9. 34-25 is our score. Going to the basket is Williams, and he gets the layup to go in.
Someone has to step up and cut him off.
And it's getting to be a little too easy as no one's stopping the ball on the Dino side of things defensively. This is the dreaded third quarter, though, for the Dinos. They've had some bad luck over the season in this third quarter. They're trying to avoid that here. As Hillam has the basketball, he'll attack the bucket. Throws up with the left hand, he's fouled. Doesn't make the bucket, but he'll go to the free throw line to shoot two. It was a little late on the call, but probably the right call as there's a lot of contact there on the way up.
There was a lot of contact there.
And it's going to be Schultz that's going to pick up the fouls. He tried to block it, catches him with the body. So Hillam will go to the free throw line. He'll shoot two. That's the third foul on Schultz. First free throw up by Hillam's off the back of the iron and no good. He'll have one more. 36-25 is our score. If you're just joining us, Grand with the 11-point lead. They've basically led the entire way.
They have led the entire way.
The Dinos have been within one a couple of times, but haven't been able to crack back over and get the lead. Second free throw is good there by Hillam, so he splits a pair. 36-26 is our score. 10-point lead for Grand, and Williams has it now. He'll pass it out to Jones, excuse me. Now to Hoppenstead. He'll make a move on Nelson, throws it up and gets it to go. Good defense by Nelson, just an even better shot by Hoppenstead. And now that lead is 12, 38-26. Anderson will control things here for the Dinos. He gets it to Hillam, now to Vasquez. Vasquez looks to attack the basket. He instead passes it to Nelson, now to Hillam. Hillam has nowhere to go, passes it back out to Vasquez on the wing. He'll take a three-point shot, can't get it to go. Good hustle there by both Nelson and Hillam to get the rebound back. Now to Gagan in the far corner. Can he get the three to go? He does! Big three-point shot by Ryan Gagan, and now it's a 9-point lead, 38-29. Dinos trailing by 9 on that Price Pediatric Dental scoreboard. Jones with Ward with the basketball. I can continue to...
nice swat.
Yeah, good swat there by Hillam, but Ward ends up with the basketball right back and then gets fouled on his second attempt. And he'll go to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Good defense on the initial, but the Dinos have got to secure that basketball after that.
They do got to secure that basketball. Second chances are killing them, and they got to stop that.
Hillam picks up his third personal. So he's got to be careful going forward. His first free throw by Mason Ward is good. He'll have one more. 39-29 is our score. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in the third quarter of play. Second free throw also good. That leads back up to 11 for Grand, 40-29 on that Price Pediatric Dental scoreboard. Anderson has it. He gets it near wing here to Vasquez. He'll get the screen from Nelson. Good pick and roll here. Nelson goes to the bucket. A lot of contact. And are you just going to say it's a turnover, no foul? Turnover, no foul. Well, that's amazing. It should have been either a block or a charge. It should have been a block because he was not set up, as you see on the replay on ETV 10.
Yeah, he was not set.
He calls neither, and Coach Wilson is upset. On the other end, Williams shoots the three-point shot. Nelson there with the rebound. And that will go the other way. Hillam has the basketball. He'll try to make a move on Hoppenstead. Pulls up from about 15. Tough shot there. Can't get it to go. Nelson nearly gets the offensive rebound. Instead, it ends up in the hands of Jones for Grand. And Williams looks to get things going here. He passes it to Mason Ward. Will pull up for a three-point shot in transition and gets it to go. And suddenly Grand in the driver's seat, up 14, 43-29. As Anderson tries to get something going. We're going to have an offensive foul.
Oh, that's horrible.
We're going to have an offensive foul on Ty Anderson, and Coach Wilson is upset. We'll look at the replay here, and there's a little bit of theatrics there to get the foul call on the offensive side of things. Coach Wilson still trying to plead his case here as Grand makes a slew of substitutions, and now we're going to have a timeout taken by Coach Wilson. He's going to try to talk things over and calm his team down. We'll take the timeout as well. It's a full timeout. We'll be back in 60 seconds here on ETV Channel 10 and FM 100.
With 5 locations in Carbon, Emory, and Uinta counties, Pro Rehab Physical Therapy is committed to providing its customers with the highest quality care available. Come to Pro Rehab for treatment of painful conditions, recovery of function, and injury prevention. Contact Pro Rehab at 613-1500 or swing by its location at 590 East, 100 North in Price. Go to ProRehabPT.com for a list of office locations. Pro Rehab Physical Therapy. Come as patients, leave as friends.
From Delicate Arch to Flaming Gorge, the capital city and round St. George.
At Big O Tires, we shop our competition daily, so we can guarantee you the lowest price on every tire, every day.
That's right. We guarantee the lowest price on every tire, every day.
Great stores statewide, wherever you go, we got you covered at Big O.
That scoreboard is brought to you by Price Pediatric Dental as Grand gets set to inbound the basketball. It'll be Horton inbounding it to Park, who've both checked into the ball game here for the last minute or so this quarter. Hoppenstedt has it. He'll pass it off to Ward. Ward tries to get past Hillam and can't. Passes it off to that's Teddy Park, who passes it back out to Horton. And Horton is fouled on the three-point attempt. As Gagan tries to go out and close that on defense. We'll have to see here on the replay. Yeah, there was some contact, and then it was sold.
It was sold. It was sold.
Horton did a nice job of finishing it off and selling it. And he makes the first of 3 free throws. As a defender, though, in that situation, you got to realize you can't just jump forward into the player. You got to jump straight up. Second free throw was also good. Tyson Horton will have 1 more free throw as he looks to complete a 3-point play here. Third free throw up and no good. And then fighting for the rebound. It'll be off of Teddy Park for Grand and out of bounds. Dinos will have the basketball, trailing by 16, 45-29, and 1 minute left here in the third quarter. The third quarter that they're going to want to get out of very quickly.
Yes, they are.
The ball can't be handled by Anderson. He wasn't ready for the pass. And that's a turnover for the Dinos.
Aren't you always taught to be ready?
You should always be ready, but sometimes, you know, that's easier said than done. Hoppenstedt goes into the lane. He's going to be fouled on his way to the basket. Nelson is going to pick up the foul for the Dinos and send Cameron Hoppenstedt to the free throw line. He'll shoot 2 free throws here as Dinos, I think, tiring just a bit on the defensive side of things, and you know, they're committing a lot of silly fouls.
Right.
First free throw by Hoppenstedt goes in, out, and back in. He'll have 1 more. Vasquez checks out of the ball game, and Riker Smith checks back in. Hoppenstedt will have 1 more free throw. He puts it up, and it's good. So 47-29, 18-point lead here for Grand. And the Dinos with the basketball and 45 seconds left to go in the third quarter of play. Anderson will look down low to Hillam. He's guarded closely by Hoppenstedt. He'll go up for the shot. And they're going to start calling it tight. Hillam is fouled on the jump shot. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah.
And get the foul against Park. And it's Kevin Park, number 4, picking up the foul, his second. And Hillam will shoot 2 free throws. First free throw in and out. He'll have 1 more, though. 47-29 is our score on that Price Pediatric Dental scoreboard. As Hillam looks to add another point there for the Dinos and can't as he misses just to the right. And the rebound off to Park for Grant. He'll quickly get it ahead to Horton, back to Park. And they're going to play for 1 shot with 30 seconds left to go here in this third quarter of play. Dinos extend the defense out just a little bit. There's some token pressure, but now it's in the hands of Park, who's guarded closely by Anderson. Now to Horton. He'll pass it off to Ward. Back to Hoppenstedt now. And to Horton. Grand just playing catch along the perimeter, waiting to make a move. Now they try to cross-court pass to Teddy Park, and it goes right through his hands, out of bounds. Dinos look out there. They'll have 6 seconds to get a final shot off here.
Yeah, there's enough time to set up for a 3-point shot.
Here's Hillam. He'll try to get something here as he goes to the basket. Gets all the way there. Has the ball poked away.
No foul?
No foul call. And with 0.2 seconds left, I don't think they're going to be able to get a shot off here.
No, you should have just went zeros.
Yep. Well, they tried a little alley-oop, but it's a little late. And that's going to do it for the third quarter of play. Grand is able to create some space here. They are up 18.
Are you tired of having to spend more time in the dental office than necessary? Why not minimize that by having your crown completed in a single visit? At Dr. Brett Lowe's office in Price, the highly trained team can fabricate porcelain crowns and other restorations in as little as 60 to 90 minutes with no impressions or temporary crowns. Most dental insurance plans are accepted. Call 637-2929 today to schedule your appointment.
Grand will have the basketball to start off the fourth quarter, and will enjoy an 18-point lead, up 47-29 on that fourth quarter scoreboard, brought to you by Tire King. And first shot here for Horton is high off the iron and over the backboard out of bounds. It'll be Dino possession. Anderson will have it here to start things off for the Dinos. We're going to need to pick up the tempo here just a bit.
They do.
Get some points. So they look down low to Lewis. He has the ball poked away. But recovered here by Hillam. Hillam will try to attack the basket. Instead has to kick it back out to Lewis and now to Anderson. Anderson will reset things and swing the ball over to Gagan on the far wing. He looks to make a move on Park. Can't get anywhere. Now to Hillam. Back to Anderson. Back to Gagan. Will take a deep three-point shot and gets it to go. Ryan Gagan has had a heck of a ball game here for the Dinos. Trying to keep them in it. Down 15 now. 47-32 is our score. A near steal. Instead, Teddy Park has the basketball. He'll take the three-point shot. Can't get it to go. And it's Horton with the basketball. Now down low, back to Horton. He'll take a three-point shot, trying to get it back. Can't get the roll to go. Gagan has it, then has it poked away and stolen by Park. He'll go up with it and then is fouled on his second attempt. He'll go to the free throw line. Dinos had the basketball a couple of times there,
right,
and couldn't hold on to it.
Right, it looked like Gagan spun around and hit the Grand player and lost the ball.
You got to secure that basketball. It's free throw good by Teddy Park. He'll have one more. 48-32 is our score. The foul is on Ryan Gagan, his first. Second free throw up and also good by Park. Lead back up to 17, 49-32. Anderson now has the basketball for Carbon. He'll get it to Lewis. He's looking for a guard, has nowhere to go. Now he'll get it back to Anderson. Now down low to Hillam. Hillam turn around, take the jumper from 8, and get it to go. Nice job over the outstretched hands of Hoppenstead. And now we've got
nice job, Ty.
Yeah, we got troubles on the inbound, and Dinos will get the turnover and the ball back as you see a beautiful turnaround jumper here by Hillam on the replay for those watching at home. Hillam inbounds it, now gets it back down low in the post, out to Smith, who'll take the three-point shot. Looked good, just couldn't get it to fall. Tough break there, and Park will get the rebound. He gets it now to Horton. Ahead to Ward, who gets around Anderson and go up for the layup and leaves it short. Lewis there with the big rebound. He'll clear it to Ty Anderson, and the Dinos will hustle down to the other side now to Hillam. Hillam looks to attack the basket, goes to his left, goes up to the right. He can't get the layup to go. And the back-to-back layups missed by both teams. And now it's Grant with the basketball. Hoppenstead gets around Lewis, has nowhere to go with it, but he's fouled. And that'll be free throws as the Dinos don't have any more fouls to give. Colin Lewis with the foul, his third, 8th team foul, and Hoppenstead will go to the free throw line. Braxton Bennett will check into the ball game for the Dinos for the first time tonight. He'll take the place of Smith. And then we had another line change for Grand as they come back with their starters. Ward, Jones, Williams, Schultz, and Hoppenstead all on the court for the Grand Red Devils. First free throw by Hoppenstead is up and good. He'll have another one. Hoppenstead leading the way for Grand. He has 15 points now. Second free throw up and also good. Gets the lucky bounce in the friendly roll. He has 16 and that lead back up to 17 for Grand. 51-34 is our score. Gagan now dribbles to his left. He'll go straight to the basket. Nice take by Gagan, and he's fouled for his efforts. Ryan Gagan will go to the free throw line to shoot two.
Yeah, that was a nice drive by Ryan Gagan from the left side. Got fouled going up.
51-34 is our score. Dinos trailing by 17 on that Tire King scoreboard. Tire King is a proud sponsor of Carbon High Basketball. They offer a nationwide road hazard warranty on Bridgestone Firestone tires because you never know what's down the road. The warranty includes free tire replacement, free flat repair, and more. Find out how you can get the most out of your tires with Tire King, 535 East Main Street in Price. Both free throws good by Gagan.
Yep.
And that lead back down to 15. Dinos need to get a stop here. They can't keep trading buckets.
No, they cannot.
Ball's kind of in the hands of Schultz. Now he controls it. He's guarded by Hillam. Tries to get by him. Anderson with some help defense. He just throws it off the backboard. Can't get it to go. Hoppenstead gets the rebound and throws it off of Anderson last and out of bounds. So stay Grand possession. And Grand has done a great job of crashing the boards all night.
They have.
Here's Schultz with it. He's trying to get it to Hoppenstead in the post. He'll try to make a move on Lewis. He'll fake left, go or fake right, go left, and then get fouled. And we'll see who they give it to, as both Lewis and Hilm are there. And they give it to Lewis, his fourth. It'll send Hoppenstead to the free throw line where he just hit two just a minute ago. First free throw up and good. Gets the friendly bounce off the front of the iron. And we'll have one more. Second free throw by Hoppenstead is also good. He's now got 17 in the ball game, leading all scores. And that lead back up to 17. 53-36 is our score. Hilm with the basketball, has it poked away. Now stolen ahead to Williams, who's all alone, up for the layup, and good. 55-36 is the score. Grand with a 19-point lead. Hilm with it. He'll take the three-point shot. Can't get it to go. Follows up his own shot, fighting for it. Has it poked over to Bennett. Coach Wilson will call another timeout here for the Dinos. Not a whole lot going right for them as Grand has been there all night. They enjoy the 19-point lead. We'll take the timeout. It's a 30-second break. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on FM 100.
They got to start getting going.
The Crump Reese family of dealerships in Moab offers both Ford and General Motors vehicles. With 2 locations on South Main Street in Moab, looking for a new or used Ford or Chevy has never been easier. Whether you're hitting the trails in Moab or just dropping off the kids at school, Crump Reese has the vehicle you need to get you from point A to point B with a little adventure in between.
Out of the timeout, the Dinos trail by 19. 55-36 is our score. As Grand has been all over the Dinos here tonight. Dinos look to inbound the basketball. It's Anderson who gets it. He'll get to Gagan. Gagan will dribble into the lane, has it poked away momentarily, but gets it back. Now to Vasquez. Back to Gagan. That's poked away off of Schultz last. It'll stay Dino possession. You know, we're talking that the Dinos need to start picking it up.
Right.
Someone else needs to start scoring for them. Between Gagan and Hilm, they have 29 of the Dino 36 points.
Right, someone needs to pick it up. They got to start looking at three-point right there, Jordan Vasquez.
Vasquez can't get the three-pointer to go. He's been cold all night. But Gagan with the offensive rebound. Nice hustle there. Now he gets to Anderson. Anderson looks to go somewhere. Has nowhere to go. Has to pass it back out to Hilm. Hilm will attack the basket, go with the right hand, up and good. Derek Hilm will get another bucket. 55-38 is our score. 17-point deficit with 4 minutes and 44 seconds left to go on that Tire King scoreboard. Hoppenstead will go to the bucket. He can't get it to go. Schultz with the rebound. He can't get his attempt to go. And Vasquez comes down and helps out and gets the rebound. And now the Dinos will go the other way as Hilm looks to get things going. He'll pass it off to Bennett. He'll take the 10-foot jumper on the baseline and he'll get it to go. So there's someone else scoring for the Dinos. 40-55 now. Dinos down 15 On the other end, it's Mason Ward, wide open three-pointer, and as you're making your move, you can't give up a wide open three like that.
No, you cannot. I'd like to see a little pressure. I'd like to see the Dinos meet Grand at half court.
Vasquez able to dribble into the lane and get the bucket to go. 58-42 now is our score as it's turned into a track meet. On the other end, it's Jones taking a three-pointer, but doesn't go. Schultz with the offensive rebound. And Grand will look to slow things down just a bit here with the 16-point lead, up 58-42 on that Tire King scoreboard. 3 minutes and 45 seconds left in this ball game. Here's Hillam on the defense side of things. Schultz thinks about a three instead, moves into the basket. He'll dump it off to Hoppenstead, who gets fouled, makes the layup, and has a chance at a three-point play here. Good ball movement by Grand, and that's a tough one for the Dinos right there.
That is a tough one for the Dinos.
Smith will check back into the ball game, and Bennett will take a seat as Hoppenstead gets ready to shoot another free throw here. He's got 19 points, looking to make it an even 20 if he can make the free throw and complete the three-point play, which he does. 61-42 is our score. That lead back up to 19 for Grand on that Tire King scoreboard. Vasquez into the lane. He can't get the reverse layup to go. Good defense by Schultz. And now we're quickly going the other way as the ball is thrown over the head of Jones and out of bounds. It'll be Dino basketball on the turnover.
Dino's got to play some defense, start hitting three-pointers. That's all you can look for right now.
Here's Gagan with the basketball. He'll attack the basket and has the ball poked away, but on the reach in, it's Williams. Alec Williams going to pick up the foul. And it'll be baseline out of bounds. Grand not in foul trouble yet, just their 15th foul. And the Dinos will look to inbound the basketball. Vasquez will pass it in. Gets it into Anderson. Now to Hillam. To Vasquez in the corner. Now to Anderson up top. He'll dribble to his left and pass it out to Smith. Now in the near corner to Hillam. He tries to get around Hoppenstead. Good defense by Hoppenstead, but he's able to pull up over him and get the bucket to go. Nice jumper by Hillam. Pulls the Dinos within 17, 61-44 now. And here's Grand with the basketball. It's Jones with it. He'll bring it back out to midcourt. No, he'll dribble to his left. Pass it off to Williams. Open in the corner for a three-point shot, and that's another tough one. Alec Williams with the big three-pointer for Grand and gives them the 20-point lead. Anderson will try to answer it. In and out, almost back in, and can't get it to go. Schultz with the rebound for Grand. And it's tough to come back from 20 at this point with only 2.5 minutes left. And now down 22 as Jones gets the easy layup. And his Dino team just looks tired.
They do look wore out.
They look tired. It's been a long season and a long night. Grand has played an excellent ball game as Anderson able to get into the lane and get the floater to go. It's 66-46 now, a 20-point lead for Grand, and just over 2 minutes left here in the ball game. It's Jones with the basketball. He'll pass it to Hoppenstead. Hoppenstead will make his move to the left. He'll get the layup to go over Hillam. 68 now for the Grand Red Devils to the Dinos 46. Vasquez will pull up for a three-pointer and unfortunately just misses everything, and that'll go out of bounds. And we're going to see mass substitutions for Grand as they look to get some young guys some time here. Grand has just played the better ball game.
They have. Out-rebounded them, played better defense, got the steals. Dinos just looked flat tonight.
And Dinos trailing 68-46 on that Tire King scoreboard. Tire King has been serving carbon in Emery County since 1988, and they're ready to serve you. When you buy a set of 4 Bridgestone Firestone tires, you get a free tire alignment only from Tire King. Call them at 637-8473. Dinos not giving up just yet. Off the steal, they get a three-pointer in transition by Hillam. And now they look to step the pressure up as we have a timeout taken by Grand. They'll take a 30-second break here. And we'll do the same. We'll take a 30-second break and come back here on ETV Channel 10 and FM 100.
Serving the three-county area, Desert View Federal Credit Union is large enough to offer big credit union services while still putting a name with a face. With competitive loan rates, commercial and personal loans, online banking, 24-hour ATM, plus much more, Desert View and its members make decisions that directly benefit the local community. With a branch in Huntington and Farron, Desert View is your partner in your financial future.
It's been over since the half. Coming out of the timeout, it'll be Grand basketball. Grand with the lead. 68-49 is our score, 19-point lead. And they're able to inbound the basketball. And I don't have a number 15 for Grand, so we're in that territory again. Here's Hillam with the basketball off the steal. Passes it to Smith. Now the Zamantakis, who's checked into the ball game for the Dinos. He'll get the floater in the lane. No, can't get it to go. Rylan Denny is number 15. He's just a freshman. So he's getting some minutes out there. Birdwell has the basketball for Grand. Has the ball stolen by Gagan. Gagan will go, try to go the length of the floor. He'll pass it off to Hillam. He'll get the layup. No, can't get it to go, but he's fouled on his way up, and he'll shoot 2 free throws. So, you know, the game's over at this point.
Right.
But the Dinos still not giving up. They're trying to fight to the very end here. Gagan will go to the, or not Gagan, it's Hillam. Will go to the free throw line. Try to add a couple more points for the Dinos here. First free throw is up and good. He'll have one more. And unfortunately for our Carbon fans, it's going to do it for the boys' side of things.
Yeah, it is going to do it for the boys' side of things, but
it's been a up and down season. Seen some good things from the Dinos, some things that can be improved upon, as the second free throw is no good. But I'm excited to see how this team rebounds next year.
Right, I mean, most of these are juniors. Derek Hillam, Colin Lewis. I mean, they are going to lose 2 good point guards at Ryan Gagan and Jordan Vasquez, but you know, you've looked at Braxton Bennett coming up. The majority of this team is going to be back next year.
Yeah, they only lose 3 seniors from this team. Jordan Vasquez, Riker Smith, and Ryan Gagan, all seniors. But a lot of youth on this team. We'll have to see how they come back out. As Vasquez hits a big three-pointer from the corner. 68-53 now is the score. Dinos only down 15. Ball is inbounded here by Grand, and Dinos still with some full court pressure. Now they'll kind of back it off just a bit. No, they'll keep the pressure on until the very end. And now we've got a little hand check foul, and we're going to give Grand a couple of free throws. It's a double bonus situation here for the Dinos. So the boys' season will end, unfortunately, but the Lady Dinos, they continue on. They'll be our next radio broadcast.
Yep.
As we'll have their ball game on Thursday down at Dixie State University. A 4:10 tip-off there between the Emory Spartans and the Carbon Dinos. It should be a good ball game and a lot on the line for a lot of the folks in the Castle Country area.
Yeah, so tune into that ball game. I mean, KUSA will be down there, and ETV.
They'll be down there too. Can't forget about them, or else Michael will leave you at home. Smith will pull up for a 3-point shot, tries at the buzzer. No, it just misses and goes out of bounds. 1 second left to go. I'd like to congratulate Grand and wish them well going forward in the tournament. For the Dinos, that's going to do it as Smith steals the inbound. Good if it goes at the buzzer.
Hey,
Smith with the 3-pointer at the buzzer. So that'll make the final score 69-56. Grand still gets the big victory here tonight. Dino season is over, unfortunately, for our ETV viewers. We're going to go ahead and say good night to you, and thank you for joining us for our FM 100 listeners. Stick around. The Swire Coca-Cola postgame show will be coming at you here in 60 seconds on FM 100.